Γεια σας! This is the Greek Reporter Weekly News. On Monday, Greeks celebrated the first day of the 40-day Lent, which leads to Greek Easter. This day is widely known in Greece as Καθαρή Δευτέρα or Clean Monday in English. Everyone celebrates it with tables laid with seafood, all types of salads and olives. The typical delicacies include halva, taramosalata, and a special type of bread called lagana. On this day, another tradition is kite flying, a fun activity that brings together younger and older members of the family. Hundreds of people staged the protest against actions that, according to them, led to the country's economic crisis outside former Prime Minister Kostas Simiris' residence. Newspaper Eleftherotypia said that members of a civil society movement door-to-door went outside Simiris' house on Wednesday and shouted slogans against the former Prime Minister. The same movement, which targets politicians they feel are responsible for Greece's predicament, has scheduled another protest outside former Prime Minister Kostas Karamanlis' residence for next week. 2 U.S. warships carrying marines and equipment to help evacuate people fleeing Libya arrived on Friday at a U.S. naval base on the Greek island of Crete. The USS Kearsarge and the USS Ponce set anchor at Suda Bay. As part of international efforts to help evacuate people fleeing Libya, U.S. President Barack Obama directed the use of military aircrafts to help Egyptians who have fled to the Tunisian border return home. Now, moving on to the U.S. Michael and Mary Zaharis donated $10 million to the Art Institute of Chicago, where Mrs. Mary Zaharis has studied fine arts. With this donation, the galleries dedicated to Greek, Roman, and Byzantine art will be renovated and expanded. According to the New York Times, this is the biggest amount ever donated to the Art Institute of Chicago for the collection of Greek, Roman, and Byzantine art. Evgenia Soldatos, a Greek student in the US, is chosen among the best 15 students who participate in the final competition of the Students in Service Awards. The awards are offered by 2 organizations, Washington Campus and Inspirium, and they aim at rewarding students, community service, and encouraging others to get involved too. The choice of the winners and their scholarships are determined based on voting on the website www.stories.Our. Now some interesting news from Hollywood. Greek stop-motion animation short film The Village, written and directed by Greek animator Stelios Polychronakis, will be screened at this year's CineQuest International Film Festival that is going on until March 13 in San Jose, California. It is the film's second appearance in the US after screening at Savannah International Animation Festival in Georgia, US this February. The film follows the story of a country doctor who is summoned urgently to a faraway village only to discover that the village is deserted. Let's move on to Canada. A Greek professor's research is moving towards the creation of a vaccine which will treat diabetes type 1. Mr. Konstantin Polychronakos, professor in the departments of pediatrics and human genetics at McGill University of Canada, and his team are attempting to create a specialized immune suppressive. It will aim at the lymphocytes that destroy the islets of Langerhans in the pancreas, which produce insulin. Professor Polychronakos was born in Edessa and is internationally recognized for his progressive research on diabetes type 1 and its genetic substrate. Moving on to Turkey now. Turkish Airlines target the market of northern Greece, inaugurating direct flights from Thessaloniki to Istanbul in May. The aim of this step, which is regarded as part of the general expansion policy, is to give the Greek economy and tourism a boost through a large number of tourists coming from the east. For more news and updates, visit us at GreekReporter.com. Have a beautiful week and remember, Greeks are everywhere.